Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott, and I am back from my vacation in Utah, and I've ordered my photos, but I don't have them back yet. So I have gone scrapbook shopping, and I showed that in a recent haul video, so you can check that out. It's on YouTube. So I just wanted to use one of the papers that I bought, and this is, you know, I thought I would save some time on the videos, and so I cut off all of the little strips at the bottom, but I think this is October Afternoon. It looks like this is probably the one. It's called, since it's right on the top, it's Girl Talk under Daily Flash by October Afternoon, and it's called Dish. And the three, so I'm thinking I really love this paper, especially because of the old-fashioned phone. That just, it makes me want to go down a rabbit hole of doing a whole bunch of scrapbooks about, or a whole bunch of scrapbook pages, or like a mini book about phone conversations in my life. And so that, this phone square, this square, and maybe hello would be part of that book. But for the page that I'm going to be doing now, I want to do a page about my daughter. So the squares that are standing out at me are my girl, my sweet girl, and happy girl. So I'm going to cut this up, and then I'm going to fill in with photos and some journaling, and I hope this is going to be a very easy grid page to put together. So, and I also got a box of photos of my daughter from when she was a little girl. So I have just a bunch of photos that haven't been scrapbooked, and you know, I've got a lot of boxes like this, so 99.9% of my photos will not be scrapbooked, but it's fun to be able to get some of them onto a scrapbook page. Okay, so let's start cutting this up, and I want this 1, 2, 3. So let's, I think these are 2 by 2 squares. I'm also really tempted to just start a series of scrapbook pages that are 2 by 2, or I guess this is 2 by 2. No, I'm sorry, it's 3 by 3. 3 by 3 squares, and just do a whole bunch of them because I think they'll go together really easily. Let's see if I'm right. So this is I haven't scrapbooked since before I went on vacation. And it probably seems like I haven't scrapbooked for longer than that because before I went on vacation I was working on class content for the Big Picture Classes class that I'm involved with, and I'm one of the teachers. It's called, what is it called? An Update to Remember. And it's all about using social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest as inspiration for your scrapbook pages, or to use them as part of your memory keeping. So if you want to check that out, you can go to my blog, and if you go to the class through my blog, I get an affiliate commission, but you can find it over at Big Picture Classes, or if you want to help me out and do it through my affiliate link, my blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking. It's a typepad blog, but you can just do a .com. Okay, then I have this, the background paper. I was kind of deciding between these two. This one has a little bit of glitter on it. It's a die cuts with a view paper, and then this is pink paisley. They're very similar in weight, but I think this one is actually a little bit heavier. I was complaining about the weight of paper yesterday on my haul video, and I've noticed that some of the American Crafts new releases, like, for example, the Studio Calico Dear Lizzie and Amy Tangerine papers seem like they're on very thin paper, but I also noticed the We Are Memory Keepers seems to be on thicker paper, and Crate Paper, which I think is part under the American Crafts umbrella, also feels sturdier. Like this is, I don't know, Maggie Holmes. It's, I I think it's called My Style Board or something like that. And then this one is Boys Rule, and these seem like the regular weight that we're used to, whereas the Studio Calico paper, there's really, I know you can't tell, but the Studio Calico paper is much, much thinner than the Boys Rule. So I don't know, it seems like they've got two different paper weights going on. I think it's all under the same umbrella. I'm not sure how all those decisions are made, but I prefer a little bit thicker paper. You know, if you're just out there listening from American Crafts. I don't think it completely makes my decision as to whether I buy something or not, but because I really buy based on the design and what I like. Oops, I'm gonna keep needing this. Hold on. As far as design, but it's nice when the paper is thicker. All right, so let's look at some of these photos. And I have to tell you, some of these, like, I had to just look first because these are from when she was a baby, and some of these pictures, I've got naked babies all over the place in some of these pictures, and I don't necessarily want that to go onto the internet. So I'm kind of just surfing through these pictures. Okay, so we want 3x3. That could work, but I feel like I'm cutting her off a little bit. And also, these photos, I think I printed them through Shutterfly, so I think I'm kind of okay with cropping them. I don't think I can get that into 3x3. So I want to find photos where I can crop them down. Oh, look, that's when we took her home from the hospital. Oh, my baby. Okay, so this is one, probably, that could use some cropping. It was taken at the hospital. Got her with a little baby. She's all swaddled. And the part that I'm cutting out of the picture isn't all that earth-shattering. I had her in a car seat in a chair at the hospital, so it looks like that was a film photo. Just looking at the back of it, it doesn't look like it was Shutterfly, so maybe I shouldn't have cut that up, but I did. It's okay. And so let me just measure, and that looks like it is the same size. And so what I was kind of thinking with this is that I would take photos from different times in her life. So let me put these baby photos back into the box. And then let's see. Okay. And again, I'm doing a little censoring here, just so I know you can't see this, just because, yeah, she was a naked baby, so that one there is naked, and we don't need to broadcast that to the world. Although I think it's adorable. I won't take naked pictures of her anymore, but when they're little, I think it's fine, but I also don't think it's necessarily something you have to put on out there for everyone in the whole world to see. You know, just use it for embarrassment purposes. We were on vacation. Here's another one that there's a lot of dead space in that picture. It doesn't seem like all that epic of a picture, but I think that could work cropped down. Yeah, there's just a variety of crazy pictures in here. There's also, there's nursing photos in here, which you'd think like, oh, why would you ever take a picture of that? And I guess when I had her, I was really, I enjoyed nursing more than I thought I ever would. I wasn't, I knew that breast was best, and I knew, so two stories. I'll get to the first one in a second. But so I wanted to, before I had babies, I was like, well, I'm going to give breastfeeding the college try, but if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. And I actually liked it. I mean, I was surprised that I did, but I did. It felt like a nice bonding experience. Okay, so I have 2 photos so far. But anyways, there's pictures of me breastfeeding in amongst these photos, and so every once in a while my daughter will like try to find them because she finds them like seriously interesting. And here's another one that might be good cropped down. This one was like just kind of a, we used to go to the portrait studio a lot. This is from that, I believe. I know it was. It's just a goofy picture. Crop it this way. Okay, so then the other story I had was when we were out on our vacation in Utah, and the kids were, I can't even remember what they were doing, but they were just doing something that I was like, it was, and you know, I thought they were having very bad behavior, and so gave them a couple of warnings, and then I was kind of getting very frustrated with their bad behavior, and I was like, listen, if you embarrass me, when we get home, I am going to embarrass you. And they were like, how? Like, my daughter's like, how are you going to embarrass me? And I'm like, I'm not even going to tell you, but I have something horrible in store. and like, so then, you know, they stopped whatever bad behavior. I think they were just being really loud. It was after a day of skiing, so I was a little bit tired and cranky probably. And they were just like full of it, and I was just like, you know, just be quiet, just be quieter. And so, I don't know. I think we were going in stores too, and they were just being super duper. I've got some wallets in here. I think I'll mix some wallets with some square photos. Okay, more naked baby pictures. Anyways, later she was like, well, what were you going to do? There's another one that's not a wallet, but I think it could be put into a wallet. So let's just, I think it can be resized because there's a lot of dead space in that photo. I'm also thinking about baby girls because my cousin just had a baby girl, and she had some pictures on Facebook, and it's like, oh. But anyways, my daughter was like, so how are you going to embarrass us? And I was like, later I was like, I don't know. She's like, what were you going to do? I was like, I didn't have anything in mind in particular, but if you kept acting so naughty, I was going to think something up. And she was like, uh-huh. And so, I think she totally called my bluff on that one. But we had a good trip. Here's another one that's just, looks like I already had it out. And then I think this is probably like totally enough photos for the page, although that's really cute. Just trying to find one more like wallet size to kind of mix them up in there. That one's cute, but I don't think it's going to fit. But the little one will. I could do that. Maybe just the little strip of the little ones. We'll see how that works. Okay, so I think I have enough photos there. And let's see how this goes. Put my photo box away, or just off to the side. And let's start setting this up. I feel like I need some more squares to fill those in. So I'm going to look at my 6x6 pad, and I have this Yes Please that I think the colors will be similar. I've also got Fifth and Frolic, and I know those colors aren't going to be exactly the same because October Afternoon uses like a cream base, and I think that these are more like a white base. Let's see. So these are the different colors. So let's see if we can find each of those colors in Happy and get a square each for those. So let's go with the green first. See if we can find a green. No. This is similar. Actually, that green is pretty similar. So let's use one of those. So I'm just cutting the paper to 3 by 3. And just for easiness right now, I will use, just want to get this lined up. So it's going to be like 4 by 4 on the pictures because they're each 3 by 3. So that will go about there. And what I want to do is not have the little, what do we call those? Embellishment squares be all lined up. So I've got 1, 2, 3. And then let's do the same with the photos, as I don't want them to be totally lined up. Like that there. I'm wondering if these are gonna really line up. Okay. I think that's okay so far. Let's get some more. I don't think, I might change the background paper on this. Okay, so then let's go with that next color in the happy, and it's more like a, it's red, but it's not completely red. So I think this color works pretty well for that. This is from, again, this is the, I think, 5th and Frolic, which I really liked. And I thought, when I first saw the title, I thought it was a Christmas line, but it's more like a home line, I would say. So here we go. Oh, I like that. I do think I am going to change the background. And so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, which is good because we've got 5. So now we're at a light pink. And I think this works really well. Actually, I like this like way better than I thought I would. So there's 2 of those. And now we just need a yellow. I've got this polka dotted yellow, which is part of like a cut apart sheet in there. I guess that will work. Let's see. Okay, so the polka dot is a little bit larger than 3 by 3. It looks like. I'm just going to cut it down just a tiny bit. But it was just slightly larger than 3 by 3. So I think I will move that like that, actually. Good. And now we just need 2 more. And I don't want them to be right next to each other, so probably I'll just move that up. And now I want this teal color. And boy, it really looks like these 2 lines were meant to go together, but they, as far as I know, they weren't. But they're matching up completely. So that's cool. And so that almost becomes like another journaling spot, and there we go. Yay. I like that. So I haven't really used the paper at all, so let's not use that paper. And I just need to find a cardstock, and hopefully I have one nearby. Yeah, Yeah, I do. Ta-da! So here's just a white piece of cardstock, and what I'm going to do is just, I think I'm just going to glue stick some adhesive on there, and I think that will work to get it down easily. But then I'm really you know, when you use a glue stick, you're really committing to the placement. Like, you're not going to be able to move it easily later. And I'm okay with that. I like the placement. One of my kids, I think my son, is outside, and our duck has been back. Okay, what I kind of don't want to do is put these photos down with the glue stick, but I'm committed. Oh well. It's fine. In retrospect, I wouldn't have done that. So, to do the next one, I'll use adhesive tabs for the photo and the glue stick for the rest of it. Yeah, my dog, my kid, and my duck are all out in the backyard, and all of them are just making their own little noises. I don't know if you can hear that, but he's in homework avoidance mode. We went on vacation, and you know, I told his teachers we're just not going to be able to get homework done while he's gone, because we literally, you know, get up, ski, go to bed, ski, get up, ski. It's just all we do really when we're on vacation is ski, eat, and rest. Maybe with a little sightseeing in there, but not much. So he carried his books all the way out to Utah and back and didn't do anything. And I didn't, you know, I felt fine about that. But now is like the pay the piper weekend, and he's just in avoidance mode. So when I get finished with this, I am going to go bust some heads. No. Yeah, I am. I'm going to go get him to do the rest of his homework. There'll be no head busting, but it'll feel like there will be. I don't know. I've also got to give him a haircut today because his hair is getting super long. Now he's barking. It's just, I don't know if you can hear it at all, but it's just kind of funny, like all the goings on outside my window that I can hear. So I'm just trying to line these up as straight as I can. I don't think they're completely perfect. And also, it seems like the whole page isn't totally spot on either, so I'm going to be doing some trimming. But a grid is a really easy layout to accomplish. If you feel like you just need to, you know, if you've been away from scrapbooking for a little while, or if you've lost your mojo, as they say. I haven't lost my mojo. I got a bunch of comments, though, that I think people were afraid I did while I was gone, because I didn't say, hey, I'm going to be gone for a week, because, you know, I'd rather say that after the fact than say, hey, I'm taking my children and the three of us are going on a long adventure, so any kidnappers out there, you know, here's where we're going to be. So I like to say where we went after we went there, kind of thing. Just for security. But I think Utah is probably a pretty safe place. Generally. I don't know. I think you can think that about anywhere, like, but maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. I think weird things can probably happen anywhere you go. But we did feel pretty safe there. It's funny, we get back from a vacation and then we get to Florida. I feel like it's more important to lock our doors. There's just more, in Florida, it's more like a transient kind of a lot of people come to Florida after, like, maybe things didn't work out for them wherever they came from. So you get just a different population dynamic than I think you do in a place where, like, I grew up in Maine, and people, for the most part, you know, I'm sure there's still bad guys and crazy people, but you know who they are. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, we felt safe on vacation, but I didn't want to announce to the world that we were going, you know. Wouldn't be prudent, right? Who used to say that? George Bush. Oh my gosh. So we're out in Park City after we've gone skiing. And there's this little deli there that we really liked called the Main Street Deli, and we ate there 3 of the nights we were there. The first night we ate there, we ate at a fancy sushi restaurant, and it cost a lot of money, and my kids hated it. Although they wanted me to eat sushi because they know I love it, so they were like, yeah, let's go. And okay, so there's a few mistakes here, but I think I'm just going to leave them. I'm not too concerned about them. Anyways, we found this place called the Main Street Deli, and we ate there 3 nights, and the other nights, okay, so if I could switch these and these, I would, but I can't anymore. So this is going to go here. But right next door to the Main Street Deli in Park City is the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. LDS, Mormon, whatever you want to call it. I think they call themselves different things. But they had the Family Search Center right next door. And so we went there, and there was a missionary girl there, and she was so cute. And after we were done, I wanted, I hugged her, and my daughter was like, why did you hug her? And I was just like, just because she's away from her mama for 2 years, and she was so sweet. And what was my point? I don't even remember. I had one. Sorry, I forgot what it was. What was my point? I totally don't remember. Anyways, we went and had the family search thing, and that was fun, except that it was just what we found. I was like, oh great, I finally somebody that can help me find my husband's ancestry, because it's harder. But what she came up with was what I had done on Ancestry.com. So it wasn't earth-shattering for me, but she was really sweet, so it was fun. And I had a point, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, if I remember, I'll put it in the comments. I don't remember what it was at all now. Okay, so here's my photos, and so that is, when you've got a grid as your base, it's really easy to put together a layout. And even though I've kind of gone over this line, and this is used too, I think that's fine. Let's just see. So because I've gone over and over here, I kind of want to do something that goes over here, but I'd rather have it go like this way. So I'm not going to use these photos. Let me just see if I can use another photo here. She colored all over the box. I totally don't remember what my point was. I'm sorry. I forget things. It's a thing. Okay. Still kind of censoring these because, there could be naked pictures. I mean, I know there are naked pictures in here. I don't have that with most of the boxes full of stuff. Oh, here we go. And so these photos are just her. So I'm just looking for one that's just her. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I don't know what she's up to, but she just looks like she's concentrating really hard on something. Okay, this might work in that space. Nope. I think I like it. want something long and skinny, like so a 4x6 that I could kind of cut in half. Nope. Oops. Yeah, there's another naked baby. Maybe I should try one that's more recent. Let me do that. So I'm going to grab a photo storage finder that is more recent, and I thought I had some. I think I brought them back downstairs, so nope. That's what you get when you watch my videos, and they are in real time, so, and they're not pre-planned, so I really don't have any kind, oh, this works. So that, let's see if we can get that there. It's kind of too big for this space, but I like the photo. Let me see. And yeah. So I don't really pre-plan. I do have prints available though, but because I have been rearranging my space, it's kind of like just how she looks in this photo, but it seems like I'm not going to get the whole photo in there. I need her head to be a little smaller. Oh, I keep losing my train of thought because I keep thinking of new things. Sorry about that. I've got this little drawer that's that's in my desk, and it's full of photos, and I'm just looking through those for a more current photo of her. And I am miserably not finding one. But yeah, I make these, for the most part, my videos are in real time, and they're not rehearsed or planned, so you see me kind of muddling through my creative process, and I want you to see that, even though I know you're not seeing anything right now. But I want you to see that you can just keep going. So these are some Christmas photos. Nope. And that it really will work if you just keep making decisions. So I'm just really trying to find a photo now that's going to work in that space. And it's harder than it seems. Okay, I found another one. I don't think that works in that space. Darn it. Dead airspace. And a mom. Okay. Alright. I'm going to pause and go cut some hair and help with some homework. But this is where we are so far. And when I come back, hopefully I will have found a photo that goes in this space. And yeah. And then we'll finish it off with some embellishments. So I'll be right back. Hey Scrapbookers, I am back, and so many hours went by since since I left you, but I did find these school photos from this year to put in that space that I was wondering what to do with. So let's get that in, and I haven't done any other preparation, but what I'm going to be looking for is are some embellishments and to write something down, and I don't really have anything in particular in mind, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have these photos, and since I have 3 here, I thought I think it will be cute to do 3 down here. So they're just gonna go, oops, that could have been straighter. Trim that up with my paper trimmer. Just a second. Okay. Oops. So some of the edges are just kind of butting up against each other and causing issues, but nothing major. Okay. So we just watched the closing ceremonies of the Olympics, or most of it, and I thought it was really cool and funny that they made fun of themselves, and they did the 5 circles, and then the one didn't open up in the opening ceremonies. Well, they did that in the closing ceremonies, which I thought was really cool. So I like that. I didn't get to watch much of the Olympics that time around because we were, out in Utah. We were skiing, and so we didn't do a lot of watching. But when I had my son, I watched the Olympic Games from Salt Lake City, and specifically from like Deer Valley, where we skied this last week. So it was like really kind of sweet and sentimental for me to see all that out there. I just was like, oh, I remember when I first held my son, like I think we were, because I had a C-section, and so I didn't get to hold him until, many hours after I had him, because after I had like 24 hours of labor and then an emergency C-section at the end. So it was pretty traumatic. But so then they put me to sleep, and so, to stitch me back up and everything else. And so when I finally got to see him, it was several hours later, and I think my husband had the Olympics on, and we were watching skiing from Deer Valley. And so it was really cool to be out there and be like, oh, I remember when I was holding you, for the first time, and we were watching the Olympics. Okay, so here's a page about my daughter. So she's the second child. So there's significantly less pages about her when she was a baby. So I like to make these pages now, even though it doesn't seem like there's much on here yet. Let's see if we can do something about that. So where should embellishments go? Or do I need embellishments? I think yes is the answer. Let's just see what we've got so far. So let's look at the muffin tin and see if anything catches my eye in there. This is kind of cute, the little bunny, but I think it might be a little overwhelming on the page. Maybe not. It is kind of cute. It's possible. That's a chipboard element. Let me see if I have anything else. I've got this yellow flower, which could work. And so if I were to do these chipboard elements, I would kind of like to do 3. So let's see if I can find one more chipboard element. I have a little drawer here of chipboard elements. So I think this can work. Let me just put my muffin tin away. It just goes in the drawer of my desk. It just lays flat in there. It's pretty solid. And this could actually work, I think. This A for Allison. Let's just see. Oh, I wonder if I could use my new little tool. So I got this little tool that's like a sander, and I've got some edges here from the perforations, and I think that sort of works. Yeah. So the A could go there. I like it. It's all right. Let's see what else we got in this little chipboard arrangement here. I've got a heart. Not sure where I would put that. I've got a star. It kind of looks like it's coming out of her butt if I put it there, so I don't think that works. I've got a butterfly. I kind of like that actually. The flower over the butterfly. I know that's not where flowers go, but that's kind of cute. Let's see what else. See if that works. I think it works, but I think I don't want it there. I think that's probably enough chipboard. Oops. Get some smaller. I've got another little flower. I kind of like the idea of that. Almost right there. Maybe not. This is where I go, too much thinking. Okay, let's just leave them like that. And again, I haven't really written anything on this page. And is that okay? Yeah, it is. It's not every page is going to be something that I don't write on, but I don't think I have to write on every single page. And so, because if they're going into an album about my daughter, and I have albums that are just about her, then it just kind of flows in, and some of the pages can just be pretty. Or just be like here's a bunch of snapshots of her. So that is going to be, this page is going to be a no journaling page. Whoops. Oh, that is down. I want to kind of move that, but it's, there we go. I did move it. This one I don't think has any adhesive on the back, so I'm using the ThermoWeb sticky dots. Still a big fan. And here's the little bunny. Oh, she's so tiny in this one. I just love this picture here. And there's a little bunny, which I know seems a little goofy, but sometimes it's nice and fun to do just a little cutesy. And it is a little cutesy. I think I'm done. I think, let me just look at one more set of embellishments and see if there's any other doodads I want to add to the page. I don't really, I feel like I'm fine with it being finished, but I also feel like let's just see if there's anything else that can be added. These are some hearts. There's some hearts here that I think could work okay. There's that A. Kind of wanted like a little period after that. I don't really see anything else there though that I want on the page. Here's some letter stickers. I really haven't left myself a lot of room to, and can I just say I'm not over the camera motif? But I will also say I'm on the paperweight thing. This is Dear Lizzie paper, and this is Echo Park. This is slightly, not by a long shot, but like just a teensy bit thicker than this paper. So I am noticing something there. Let's see. Got another, we've got more hearts here. Let's see if we can add some more hearts. Maybe in the middle of that flower. So heart, heart, And then let's try one more heart. Let's see if there's one more. Sorry for the sniffling. So heart, heart, it almost seems like it ought to be like maybe here. So it's sort of like a triangle. It's alright. Nothing earth-shattering there. A lot of these stickers are duplicates, I know. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that good. And let me just show you, I'll just put it into the album so you can kind of get the context, because I haven't really added much. But I have several albums of my daughter, and so this is just one of the albums. And I haven't spent a lot of time like putting them in chronological order or anything like that. I just have probably four albums of just random random layouts of her. So I can just show you putting this into the album, although I'm going to photograph it before I put it away for good. This coconut, she found at a friend's, in a friend's yard, and she was like, she named it Carl, and I believe she still has it. Yeah. And so we've just got, like, here's a school page, her painting, here's her Barbie dream house, another Barbie Christmas, her handprint. So just their random layouts, and maybe someday I'll put them into some kind of an order, but for now they're just random. And although the album is devoted to her, so let's just see if I can. That was a funny. She used to make very funny faces when she was a baby. So what I do is I just kind of look to see. Here would be an empty page, and so I can just slide this in here, and then it'd be done. So after I take a photo of it, I will just slide it into the page protector, and then it's in the album of her. And no, it's not chronological order. Maybe that might be a fun project to do, is to put the layouts in chronological order. Maybe I'll do that someday. Maybe I won't. Who knows? We'll see. I heard Chanel Lane talking about that, and she said that I'm just going to cut this layout down. I just cut that down a little so it's going to fit into the page protector a little bit better. Oh, even a little bit more. Hold on. And this is one where, yeah, it kind of messed up the placing it in the center of these different squares, but it's going to fit into the page protector a little bit better there. So there it goes into the album full of Allison stuff. Yeah, I kind of think I want to put my kids into some kind of like chronological by, I'm thinking about that, or as an alternative, putting them into order by activity. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to photograph this, and then I will get this up. And thank you for watching. My name is Katie Scott, and my blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking. Talk to you later.